Hi, and welcome to this 7-part video series on the power of goals. I'm Dr. Rob Sheehan, author of the book, Mission Impact: Breakthrough Strategies for Nonprofits. One of the central concepts of the breakthrough strategy approach is that organizations should set strategic stretch goals. With that in mind, I've prepared these brief videos with ideas that you can use to lead your organization to higher performance. As a bonus, you can also apply these ideas to your personal life. Extensive research shows that effective goal setting can be a key ingredient for breakthroughs in performance in important activities such as fundraising, sales, program impact, and innovation. Today, in this introduction, we'll be touching on some of the basics of goal setting. And I'd like to start by talking with some of you who may not be big goal setting fans. I sometimes have people tell me, Rob, I don't want to set goals. I just want to go with the flow. And I appreciate that. But keep in mind that when you do that, you go where the flow wants you to go rather than where you want to go. Research shows that if you take the time to set some goals for your organization, it can be more successful and your life can be more fulfilling. So let's start with some of the basics. And throughout this series, I will show you how you can become a super fantastic goal setter. Now, we said that we want to begin by setting goals. The next thing, once you've set your goals and written them down, you want to prioritize your goals. Which are the goals that are most important to you? How are you going to devote your time? That's the importance of prioritizing your goals. The next of the basics is to set your goals as outcomes. Now, if we were in a classroom and I were to put this slide up and ask you, is this an outcome goal or an activity goal? I'm sure you'd all say, this is an activity goal. This is, mailing out letters is an activity. And then if I were to ask you how you would turn this activity goal into an outcome goal, I'm also sure that you'd figure out that, well, what you really want to do, and by the way, here's the tip. When you see an activity goal and you want to turn it into an outcome goal, you ask yourself, to what end? All right, so to what end are you mailing out these letters? Well, to raise money. So if we want to make this activity goal into an outcome goal, we'd say, how much money do we receive by a certain amount of time? Now, activity goals aren't bad. In fact, we need them. But you want to set an outcome goal first and then attach activity goals to them. Once you have your goals set as outcomes, then you want to make them specific and measurable. This allows you to track your progress and then clarify what you really want. For example, raise more money is a good beginning for a goal, but how much do you really want to raise? Get specific and make sure it's measurable. Or maybe you want better programs, but how will you know? How will you measure that? So you want to set your goals as outcomes, then you want to set them as they're specific and measurable. This is all easier said than done. I'll give you a couple of resources that could help you if you want more reading. Doug Smith has got this great book, Make Success Measurable, which can help you both on setting outcomes as well as making goals measurable. And then another great book by Mario Marino, Leap of Reason, especially those of you in the nonprofit area who want to try to figure out how to make your programs specific and measurable with those outcomes. This can be very, very helpful. So that's a good beginning with the basics. Next time, we're going to talk about making your goals smart. Now, I bet most of you have heard of SMART goals before, but in doing research, I found there are more than 100 different versions of SMART. And I'm going to show you some pros and cons you may not have thought of before. The rest of this series will talk about other important things. The third video will talk about making your SMART goals even smarter. And then a favorite topic of mine will make your head spin with a brand new version of SMART that I bet you've never heard of before. We'll talk about making goals fun, overcoming the fear of failure, which all of us need to work on. And then finally, how Google uses goals. So that's the series ahead of us. I hope you join us. Thanks for checking out the Power of Goals video series. Setting strategic stretch goals is a central concept of the Mission Impact Breakthrough Strategy approach. To learn more about goal setting and other important components of breakthrough strategy, such as mission gap, visioning, and creating your organization's breakthrough strategy narrative, I invite you to sign up for my online strategy course. It's just 1 hour per week for 7 weeks and is limited to the first 40 people who sign up. Reserve your spot now. I hope to see you there.